Hello hunters, Autobot Dawson here, ready to roll out a brand new build video for you for Destiny 2. And like always, we're going to be focusing on the Nightstalker Hunter and expanding on our already impressive Invisibility Nightstalker build that I mentioned in our previous video. So in today's video, what we're going to be adding to that build is going to be the Heartshadow exotic sword, which if you guys didn't know, is one of, if not the rarest, most difficult exotic drop to get in the game. It has an extremely low drop rate from the new Duality dungeon that came out last season in Season of the Haunted, and after lots of grinding today, I finally received that Heartshadow exotic sword. Before we get any further, if you guys enjoy this build, be sure to leave a like, comment down below if you enjoy playing with this sword or if you've got it to drop yet. And also subscribe if you would. It is very, very, very helpful to me. And so let's get on with the video. So for the Heartshadow, let's first analyze our weapon perks here. We're going to not be worried about Jagged Edge or Burst Guard, which are totally fine sword perks, but what we're looking at is we're going to be looking at Shot in the Dark trait. Remaining invisible grants this weapon increased damage for a brief duration. So anytime we're invisible and we simply remain invisible for longer than like a second, we get Shot in the Dark active, which increases the damage of the Heartshadow sword. Hitting a target with this weapon's projectiles while Shot in the Dark is active weakens them. So if we use our R2 while Shot in the Dark is active, which simply only requires being invisible as a Nightstalker, very easy, then it's going to weaken your enemies, which is great for you and your team. Weakening is a fantastic way to take down targets. And we have an intrinsic trait down here, Exhumation. Heavy attacks made with full sword energy will turn you invisible and fire exploding void projectiles. So if we simply press our trigger button, use our heavy attack button, while our sword energy is full, which you should be doing anyway, you should only be using your heavy attack when your sword ammo is full for maximum DPS, then we are going to get heavy attacks made with full sword energy turn you invisible. So it's already making you invisible by using your R2, and then you're getting Shot in the Dark, which gives it increased damage. In addition to that, we look at the rest of our build. We've already been over this before, how the Nightstalker class, with the use of Snare Bomb, with Vanishing Step, and Trapper's Ambush, Echo of Expulsion, Echo of Obscurity, and Echo of Persistence, as well as Gambler's Dodge. In our previous video, we talked about how all of that, paired with max tier 10 mobility, essentially keeps you invisible all the time. To summarize, Gambler's Dodge lets you use your class ability near enemies to fully recharge your melee. Vanishing Step means that dodging makes you invisible. And in addition to that, Trapper's Ambush makes it to where your Snare Bomb melee, which has now been recharged due to your dodge, also makes you invisible. In addition to that, Echo of Obscurity means that finishers grant you invisibility, and Echo of Persistence means that void buffs applied to you, such as invisibility, have increased duration. So we are constantly invisible with this build, and now simply swinging our sword with the Heartshadow energy full also makes us invisible by using our heavy attack. It's an incredible setup, and it only gets better from here. Thanks to the new Gyre Falcon's Hauberk Exotic Chest Armors perk, which gains bonus damage after being invisible, and also finishers while invisible grant allies a reserve over shield. What that now means is that we're constantly invisible. You get bonus damage after being invisible, which I have tested actually in fact stacks on top of the exotic perk of Heartshadow. You get both the bonus damage from Gyre Falcon's Hauberk and the bonus damage from Heartshadow's exotic perk, Shot in the Dark. You get both of those stacked together. So guys, we are talking about a double stack of bonus damage for Heartshadow, which is going to make this weapon a beast. I've only done minimal testing so far because I did just get the weapon to drop a few hours ago. You've seen it on stream, but it is really, really fun to play with this build. You are always invisible, and just to show you guys a quick example of it in action here, I'm just kind of in the Cosmodrome rolling around, but look at this. Bam! Use the heavy attack, we're invisible. We now have Shot in the Dark active. we come out of our invisibility. We now have shot in the dark for our extra damage, weakening enemies, and our damage boost shows up on screen thanks to our exotic chest piece. That's basically the summary of how this works, you guys. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you need more in-depth on how the Nightstalker subclass part of this works into the Heartshadow example, then I'm going to be putting in the end screen the video to my previous build, which goes into way more depth on the exact specifications of the subclass as well as the Gyrfalcon's Halberd exotic chest piece. I wanted to focus this video specifically on how to add Heartshadow on top of the foundation we've already laid down for you here on the channel. Thanks for tuning in, you guys. This is Autobot Dawson rolling out.